Hey guys, in today's video, I want to talk about iOS 16.5. It's currently sitting in beta 3, but I wanted to share a few details with you guys as into why this software update is so important for Apple and how this software update is also amazing at the same time. So let's just dive right into this video. Now, as always, if you would like to stay up to date with the latest iOS news and Apple software updates, of course, don't forget to subscribe and make sure you turn on those notifications so that you don't miss another episode. Now, the first thing I would like to talk about is why this software update could be so important for Apple and maybe also iOS users in general. Now, the first thing to note here is that this software update prepares your iPhone and Apple Watch for future software releases in terms of betas. Now, with iOS 16.4, Apple added the ability to now update to betas without the need of a developer profile installed onto your iPhone. So you choose the beta, whether it's public or developer, enter your Apple ID, and your iPhone is ready to update to betas without having to download that profile in order to update to the next beta. Now, this is iOS 16.5. It is the beginning of May. What's coming next? Well, iOS 17 in about a month. So this means that iOS 16.5 now prepares your iPhone and Apple Watch, because with iOS 16.5, Apple added the same functionality to Apple Watch. So now with 16.5, you have the same ability to install betas on the Apple Watch without the need of a developer profile. Again, you choose which beta you want, or you can turn that off entirely. So we're about a month away from iOS 17 developer beta 1. iOS 16.5 is sitting in beta 3, which means this software could be right around the corner, because it does prepare your most important devices that you have on you at all times to install the next future betas without the need of developer profiles. And this is a move going forward. Apple will most likely just use this method to install betas for the next several years. So just keep that in mind. This one is a leap forward, a change in iOS that's fundamental for the future. Now, there's a few things why this software is also amazing, and I wanted to talk about that as well. Now, the reason I believe iOS 16.5 is such an amazing software update is because although it's still sitting in beta, in my opinion, this has been the most stable performance in iOS 16 history since its launch. The best battery, the best performance, the best stability, fewer bugs. It is snappy. Everything is running as intended. It looks like Apple is really taking their time in fixing a lot of the bugs. As you notice, iOS 16.5 does not contain too many new features, but rather improvements under the hood. We're sitting in beta 3 and we only have about 3 changes so far that we can tell. So Apple is definitely working under the hood, making the software stable, better performance, and the battery has been great as well. It's been slightly better than iOS 16.4. You may remember when I mentioned iOS 16.4 battery was the best so far in iOS 16. Well, 16.5 tops that out by just a little bit. So we're not going backwards in performance. We're going forward in performance. Again, stability and everything else in between. Now, this goes across the board because I've also tested older devices like an iPhone 11. I've been testing for the last couple of days. Performance is there. The battery is there. Stability is there as well. Now, of course, keep in mind, no software will ever be perfect. There's going to be bugs. But so far, iOS 16.5 proves to be the most stable software release here shortly coming from Apple. And of course, that means we're preparing for the future. Apple is preparing for iOS 17, and I want to make sure that the software is stable enough for the next major update. Now, speaking of that, the next beta for iOS 16.5 will most likely happen this week. Apple will most likely be switching to a weekly release schedule from a 2 weeks release schedule. So the next beta, anticipate that on May the 2nd here, and we have maybe another beta or the RC after that, and then the official release. And that is why iOS 16.5 is such an amazing software update and important software update. It prepares your iPhone and your Apple Watch for the future, and the performance stability definitely there with 16.5. Let me know what you think about the software so far if you're running the beta. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.